Hello. This morning when I woke up, I was in the mood to record a video, and so I did. And my hair was unbrushed and my teeth were unbrushed, as they so often are when I am in the mood to talk. And I was alone, as I so often am when I'm in the mood to talk. And I had many thoughts, as I so often do. And I've recorded many videos that are covers or, music, or a video about my goals related to music and my goals related to making videos and video journaling. And absolutely none of them were publicly posted. They still sit in my phone. And, well, I'm not quite sure exactly why I felt like I needed to record this video today, but I feel like I'm on the verge of something. So those are the moments I like to record. I want to have a history of my life in video so that I can learn from myself for good reason. Because when I was really unwell mentally, I would go to YouTube and I searched depression survival story, and I went and searched depression survival story on other places too, and I didn't find anything. Or if I did, I didn't find it helpful, because I had suffered, things my whole life, and I didn't see I didn't see anyone else coming out of such a severe situation and talking about it. Not to say, I had the worst upbringing in the world, but nobody had, that I had seen, videos of, or searched for the stories of, had overcome such a long history. And so I don't know, I realize these people we watch videos of are unreliable anyway, so may as well learn from myself and my past and be inspired by my own story and my own strength over the years. So anyway, in that I want to talk about something that has been causing issues recently. All these videos I've recorded and not posted have been because of, I've come to realize that I'm just really self-critical. Extremely self-critical. I think it probably came from, being told all these terrible things about myself my whole life. And being pushed and having this kind of worldview put onto me of winners and losers. I didn't want to be a loser. Everything seemed to be such high stakes, and I got very critical to try and overcome that. I was told that I wasn't resilient, and I was told that I was very sensitive and essentially weak, and so I worked very, very hard, ceaselessly, to get stronger. And now, I'm fortunately in a place where I can see that those labels were not accurate. Maybe I am sensitive, but I'm not entirely sensitive. And I'm definitely resilient. But still, through a lifetime of, negative views of me being internalized, I am genuinely my own worst critic. Every single thing I do, my mind thinks, now how could this be perceived if I was a critic? Not actually along with those lines. It's more of a subconscious process, but I've come to consciously notice it recently. And, it's caused me a lot of issues. I've been frozen. I feel like I haven't been able to progress. This year, I've had epiphany. I call them epiphanies because I don't know what else. Epiphany after epiphany. My life has changed so much more than it ever has, for the better, and it's been fantastic. But along with that, I just feel like I'm now a little bit frozen in time. I've done a lot of, so I'm really critical, right? And I did a lot of research into CPTSD, complex post-traumatic stress disorder, which is my diagnosis. And I don't even like saying that because I was kind of gaslit my whole life to be told I'm just crazy. But that's my diagnosis. And people with that, complex PTSD is a prolonged, continuous, almost loop-like exposure to the traumatic stress. And what that does, I learned, it's very interesting, is it impacts not just mood and things like that, but it impacts the sense of identity, which makes a lot of sense because of how I was very, suicidal. And I was suicidal because I had no sense of self and no sense of identity. Or if I did, if I had an ego, my ego was not one that was, positive. It was negative. And through that, I developed this terrible critic voice that I can't shake. And I've just realised, I've really been recently trying to, that sun is nice, trying to stop comparing, and just existing as I am, authentically. And I've decided as well, I need to accept myself, because I've been chasing enlightenment, and to chase enlightenment, I think you need to kill the ego in some way. But then I never really had a healthy ego. I think it's better to cultivate that first and perhaps kill it a bit later down the line. But I feel like I've always gone through cycles of killing myself, whether it's through being suicidal and overcoming that, or realizing this flaw, that flaw, and overcoming that. I've gone through so many cycles of killing myself and killing my ego. And I think it's time to kind of just accept myself and accept my ego in a healthy way. Not an ego in terms of how we all tend to think of it, I think, like arrogance and, but belonging and worth and self and, yeah. But so that stopped me from making videos, posting videos, because I would just get incredibly embarrassed at the idea of recording things or thinking that what I have to say is worth hearing or worth saying, comparing myself to the quality of all the amazing creative minds of this time, comparing my music and my thoughts, comparing the quality of, recording, and really also wondering why do I feel this desire to talk and to publish and to listen to myself. And I am a verbal processor, that's definitely a part of it. I feel like it's not that I feel what I have to say is, amazing, groundbreaking, or worth hearing, but it's simply that it's a depression survival story, I guess. That's not even the intention either. I think society and life is very lonely these days, and I'm tired of feeling lonely. And as you may, know, because I imagine my future self will probably see this more than anyone else, I'm just on this constant rebirthing of myself, like I mentioned. And I've done this mostly by myself. And the way that I've done that is through reflection, introspection, brute force, and just getting really in tune with myself and talking to myself, because there aren't that many people that I felt I could do that will do this level of talking with, I feel like because everyone's so isolated and insular due to social media, I just don't want to bother anyone with these conversations. So I've ended up kind of becoming my own best friend and worst enemy. I'm tired of being enemies with myself. You know how when you grow up with siblings, you're kind of at each other's throats, and then you come to be extremely close best friends? Well, future self, I love you so much. I love you so much. You are resilient. I wouldn't say you're wise, I wouldn't say you're wise, but you've got potential. You're in a good spot, and I'm here for you. Don't forget that. Embrace what is positive about yourself. Never be arrogant. Always be humble. Always be kind. Always be loyal. Everyone is cringeworthy. Everyone is going to have a critic. Do not be your own critic where it isn't warranted. Accept yourself. There's no need to cringe at being authentic. You are in good company, and you are always loved, and I make this video to show this journey and to assert that, and don't forget it. Just keep doing what you're doing. So it's time to accept. It's time to accept. And that's pretty much it. Anyway, maybe I'll post this video, I don't know, probably not, just like every other video. Maybe I'll record some music, I don't know. But hopefully I do post more videos, because I think it's a nice way to look back on the memories of this very, very, very short time that we have. And I think it would be nice to publish them. Anyway, enjoy the day, do some cleaning, and be well. And you know what else? I found God again after being an atheist for a long time, and I want to close this one out in a prayer. And I've been praying this one prayer over and over, because becoming Christian again, I haven't known how to pray. So we're going to pray like this. We're just going to say, Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.